Hey everybody, welcome in to Sports Live in the 215. I'm your host, Connor Okuda. Give me 1 second here. And we're going to discuss the Philadelphia Phillies' unfortunate loss to the American League East, um, to the second place team in the American League East, the Baltimore Orioles. I almost said they were leading the American League East. They should be with their record, but they're not. The Yankees are playing tremendous baseball. But anyway, let's let's get into the recap. Um, on the mound for the Orioles, they like I mentioned yesterday, they threw Corbin Burns at us, and he was great. 6 innings of 2-run baseball, and yeah, he was really good. He was able to mix his pitches extremely well. Um, he was able to throw er, he was he was able to throw all of his pitches, all of them for strikes. Um, he was words like they don't really do it justice to kind of say how good he was, and quite the contrary. Um, or Zach Wheeler, you can kind of say you can say quite the contrary about his outing today. He went 4 1/3, allowed 8 runs, and I want to say 4 home runs. Um, yeah, he just was not sharp. Um, he just didn't have it today, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens with even the best pitchers. They just kind of have a day where no matter what they do, it's just not their day, and that was unfortunately the kind of day Wheels had. Um, so let's get into the scoring breakdown. In the first inning, the Phillies were not able to score, and then the Orioles tacked on a run. So already, Corbin Burns was given the lead, and he was able to front run for his entire outing. And then in the second, the Orioles got 2 more runs. The Phillies didn't score. And then in the third, another run. I believe it was an Adley Rutschman home run. And in the first inning, the game was led off for the Orioles by Gunnar Henderson, and he promptly unloaded on a Zach Wheeler fastball and deposited it into the seats. So yeah, that was a really unfortunate set of events. And then the in the fourth, no one scored. Fifth inning, the Phillies creeped back into it. I want to say they made it 4 or 4-2, and then then the Orioles tacked on 4 more runs. Colton Cowser hit a home run. I want to say that was a 2-run shot. And then in the sixth, nobody scored, in the seventh inning, the Phillies got another run back, so it's an 8-3 ball game. And in the eighth inning, it was shut down for both teams. Sir Anthony Dominguez was great. Pe- Perez for the Orioles was absolutely nasty. And then in the top of the ninth, the Phillies had bases loaded with two men down, and Edmundo Sosa at the plate, and unfortunately, Edmundo struck out. So the final score was 8-3 Orioles. And it's just a frustrating way to lose because the Phillies had a big time chance to really creep back into the game. And I mean, the Orioles did give us 2 extra outs with the 2 errors they made in the top half of the ninth. So the Phillies had a chance to really get everybody that was wearing orange in the crowd, like, to kind of, and they really could have made their sphincters tighten up. It really could have made their hands all sweaty and made them kind of bite their fingernails. But unfortunately, we just made way too many mistakes. I want to we left 12 guys on base, and the Orioles only left 7. The Orioles only left 7 men on base. Um, or actually, let me check that to confirm. Um, yeah. I I let's check the summary. Actually, yeah. I actually remember from the game the Orioles did leave 7 men on base. So, um, yeah, you're just not gonna win when you leave you leave 11 or 12 guys on base and you only score 3 runs. Like, that's just not it's not a way to it's not a way to consistent consistently win ball games, and it's just frustrating. The Orioles by and large were the better team today, so credit to them. Excuse me. But yeah, I thought Wheeler, he absolutely sucked today. He was absolutely awful. And that's not the Zach Wheeler that we've come to expect over these past 4 years. And I know Zach will be fine. He's a professional. He's one of the best pitchers on the planet for a reason. And he can take the ball every 5th day and really show why he is that dude. Today, unfortunately, just wasn't one of those days. But usually he's a bulldog on the mound. He really competes, spots his pitches, um, trusts his defense, and it it makes JT or Garrett Stubbs' job really easy to call a game back there because all of his pitches are plus the fastball, the slider, the changeup, and I think he has a curveball that's or yeah, the sweeper, not the curveball, the sweeper. The sweeper is plus for him too. So I just think today kind of was one of those days where it just wasn't very good for Zach. But like I said with Aaron Nola in yesterday's pod, I feel like I just feel like it was kind of one of those days where what could go wrong did, and I still think he's a fantastic pitcher. He's a great player, and he'll be fine. And someone who really shoved it up, who really shoved today was Sir Anthony Dominguez. I thought he was great in the bottom of the eighth inning. His fastball was moving. His slider was really freaking ridiculous. Um, so it's good to see him continue that upward trajectory. 1 second here. There we go. Yeah. I thought Dominguez was great. Alec Boehm, 3 for 4. He was, I want to say, 8 for 12 in this 3-game series. He was the Phillies MVP. Really, really this entire series, and I would not be surprised if he gets his first All-Star selection. And when his bill comes due in 2026 or maybe 2027, since his rookie year was shortened due to the coronavirus. But whenever his bill comes due in free agency, best believe you better believe Alec Boehm is gonna get a nice chunk of change from the Phillies and a bunch of other teams throughout baseball. If um, if Dave Dombrowski doesn't pony up John Middleton's money before that and extend him, which Dave Dombrowski is one to do. We've seen him do that with Wheeler, Nola, and a, a bunch of our key pieces. Obviously, I know Turner wasn't an extension, and neither was Schwarber or Castellanos, but he's unafraid to spend the necessary money to get this team and this city a world championship. And that's why I want to say he's a 2-time MLB Executive of the Year. So Dombrowski's kind of showing his showing his stripes, so to speak, and that's why he's one of the best president of baseball ops in the game of baseball, or president of baseball ops in the game. And yeah, tough series, and then tough series. Unfortunately, the Phillies dropped this one 8-3. Tomorrow, I want to say we welcome in the San Diego Padres. So I really look forward to that series. I believe Aaron Nola will get the ball. So it'll be nice to start a homestand with Knowles on the mound, and let's see if he can bounce back from the start in Boston. All right, give me 1 second. Before I get out of here, let me just open up Twitter. And yeah. So I believe first pitch of tomorrow's game is 7:05. Let me check that before I get out of here. What time do the Phillies play tomorrow?
The Phillies take on the Padres tomorrow at 6:40 p.m.
Oh, I was wrong. 6:40. So yeah, hopefully Knowles can bounce back from his uncharacteristically poor start in Boston. So hopefully that happens, and I will catch up with you guys later in the week. All right. Have a good day, everybody. Enjoy your Father's Day. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.